we've established that for the 43rd time that today is March 9th. Okay, so you went out, you came, you saw, you hunted. Let's look at group results. Okay, so let's get our totals for group 1, which we'll call the people who started over by the window. So Noah, Kevin, Riona, and Jake. What was your total number of blue toothpicks captured? 42. Wow. What was your total number of green toothpicks captured? 27. And your total number of red or orange? 33. Holy moly. 30. Sorry. 30 red or orange. How many yellow? 22. And how many undyed? 20. Wow. That's weird. Okay. So, group 2. Okay, you're blue?
Blue was 46.
46, okay.
And green was 30.
30.
And then red was 26.
26, okay.
Yellow was 31.
31.
And brown was 29.
29, okay. All right, so based on this, which color do you think was best adapted? So what do we mean when we say adapted? So remember, your toothpicks are a prey species. Which one of these is the best adapted prey species? The one that's least likely to get hunted, caught, and killed by a predator? That would be you. Undyed is looking like a... Well, let's do totals for the 2 groups. So this gets us 49, 53, 56, yeah, 20 or 57. And these guys are, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I agree. Undyed seems to be the best adapted, those plain toothpicks. Which ones were the worst adapted? The blue. Actually, that was not what I would have expected. I really expected, I've done this lab for years. I expected that the red, usually the red are the ones that show up the best. So the blue in the grass that we've got out there right now.
Maybe because there wasn't as many reds in the toothpick jar.
There actually were. I counted those out this morning, and there were equal numbers of everything when we started off. So, unless I screwed up somehow, but I counted everything twice, and I made people stop talking to me while I was counting. So.
Well, I know when I started, area where I started, there was a big clump, which is lots of blue.
Okay. So, could the distribution pattern of a prey species affect how easily hunted they were? If you have something that's in a tight cluster, it's much easier to pick off a whole bunch of them at one time. I'm still not convinced that we don't have a colorblind individual. Actually, looking at these in both groups, I'm going to do a colorblindness test on the board in a little bit, and we'll see if we have a colorblind person in the room, period. Because your results are interesting. Okay, so blue appear to be the worst adapted. It's hard to survive if you're a blue toothpick. If these were living things, and we assume that toothpick color is genetic, and so that when a red toothpick and a red toothpick have a baby, it's a red toothpick. And if a yellow toothpick and a yellow toothpick have a baby, it's a yellow toothpick. If we let this run for a few generations, what color would be dominant? Yeah. I think in a couple generations we wouldn't see any blue toothpicks. They'd disappear. They're too easy to catch. Okay. Looking at number 10, do you think that where we did the activity makes a difference?
Yes.
Yeah, where you hunted, where your habitat was. Okay. I'll tell you this. I think even the time of year in which you're doing this activity makes a difference. The fact that we have lots of brown grass interspersed, the fact that it's relatively new grass, the fact that we had the mulch areas. What if you had done this on a parking lot? You remember the halls in the old high school, the terrazzo halls? I've done this activity inside on the terrazzo halls. Okay, Robbie, I think you can go back over to your own side of the room, your own group. We used to get very different results when we did it in the hallways there with that sort of gray and green floor. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to answer the questions on your own. While you do that, I'm going to load up a color blindness test. So if predators keep getting better and better because natural selection favors really awesome predators, faster predators, stronger predators, predators more able, I'm not really going to give you a death bite to the back of the neck, more able to kill their prey in a single crushing blow. Why are there any prey animals left at all? It's an arms race. Are you familiar with the concept of an arms race? I think you talk about the Cold War in freshman social studies. Is that true? So, I build a bomb, you build a bigger bomb, then I build a bigger bomb, then you build a bigger bomb. And it's just this escalation. Well, that's exactly what predators and prey do. Every time the predators get better, so do the prey. They force one another to be better. They don't mean to. It's unintentional. But natural selection. Pardon? Yeah, exactly. There's a Native American saying about the wolves and the elk that it's something along, and I'm going to get this totally wrong, but it's something along the lines of the wolves breed better elk. That's the gist of it. How is that true? Yep. You're slow, you're lame, you have some sort of congenital defect, and you can't run really fast, you die. You become food. You feed a wolf, and you feed that faster, better predator. We will talk, and Robbie had a great picture of a beautiful deer, well camouflaged in the woods. When we get into genetics, we'll talk. Do you know what a piebald deer is? We'll talk about it tomorrow. Recall quiz on predation when you walk in tomorrow. Have a good day, folks.